This next video is going to talk about the layers that surround the testes. So what we don't have is the scrotal skin, but this is the tissue layer that wraps around both testicles. This is for protection and support of the testes. This contains temperature-sensitive neurons and sweat glands that help to maintain the temperature of the scrotum and of the testicle as a whole. This is what allows during physical activity and colder weathers for the scrotum to go and shrink up into and closer to the body, and it also allows during warmer weather for the scrotum to relax and be farther away from the body to maintain that temperature. Next, we're going to talk about the tunica dartos muscle, which lines the scrotal skin, so we don't have it on our specimen, but it is testosterone dependent, again temperature sensitive, and it also helps to pull the testes closer to the body and relax when it needs to be farther away from the body. Next, we have the tunica vaginalis parietal, which attaches to the cremaster muscle. So it is this muscular attachment around this whitish layer here. Next, we have the tunica vaginalis visceral, which connects and attaches to the ductus deferens and piniform plexus. So that is this connective tissue right here. I'm picking up with my probe. That is the tunica vaginalis visceral. As you can see, it attaches the vas deferens and the piniform plexus together, although mine is now separated from the two. Next is the tunica albuginea, which is the dense white tissue, connective tissue, covering the testes. So this is the entire covering of the testes, which I already have cut open. It's this right here between my fingers is the tunica albuginea. Next, we are going to be looking at the epididymis. So if I pull this back, I'm gonna go from this side here. So if we look here, we have the epididymis is shown. So here we have the head, the body running down the side of the testes here, and then the tail. The tail is where most of the sperm is stored throughout the whole epididymis. When the sperm enters the epididymis, it takes 2 weeks for maturation along this entire epididymis before it connects to the vas deferens, which if we can see here, the vas deferens connects right to the tail of the epididymis, and then you can follow that all the way up, and that is how it enters into the body. There are 4 functions of the epididymis, the 4 functions being a passageway from the efferent ducts to the vas deferens. So the efferent ducts would be not visible to the human eye, but would be in this part of the testes, and that is how it goes into the epididymis and then into the vas deferens. Again, sperm maturation occurs in the epididymis. The epididymis also absorbs fluids and helps to increase sperm cell concentration. So it helps to take away that extra fluid. That way the concentration of sperm is higher when it reaches into the body. And this is also storage of sperm cells, again, in primarily the tail of the epididymis.